today I thought it might be a good day to do a small little video again from the trail. I left Winnipeg behind after 3 full days and 4 nights, which is until now my longest stay in a town with hosts. And yeah, my hosts were pretty awesome. It was just so enjoyable with them, and I could really relax and recharge my batteries. And additionally to that, I also had some bicycle issues, so my chain was skipping again, and I thought, oh no, maybe chains maybe stretched again, because I did some rough parts or stretches of the trail before. So I had the chain checked, but the chain was still good, so I thought, yeah, maybe it's a cassette. So I changed the cassette, and the skipping continued. And then one of the bicycle guys told me something which I didn't know. I mean, I'm a mechanic myself, but I'm still learning. And yeah, it could be the freewheel itself, which has some internal issues. So it was actually the last thing which could have been broken, you know. So I went to another bike store and purchased a completely new rear wheel. And surprise, surprise, the skipping stopped. So I had to spend quite a little bit money in the town, and also I had to buy a new bicycle computer because I accidentally washed my one with my pants in the washing machine. Yeah, and so the hours and days added up, and yeah, so I stayed 3 full days. So now I'm on the trail again. So I left Winnipeg and first a little bit on the highway because the trail didn't make a lot of sense. But I am on this kind of trail called the Crowing Trail, and it's a pretty rough trail at some parts, but very well maintained. There's a kind of local association which takes care of the trail, and the grass is freshly cut, and the soil on the little forest, let's say, paths is quite good compacted. But that maybe is also a reason of the past of the trail, because it's an old trading trail. So it's an ox cart trail, as they said, and it connected St. Norbert, it's south of Winnipeg, with the US border. And many years the trail was not in use, but then they recovered the trail and or rediscovered the trail, let's say, and they maintained it, and now it's a recreational trail. So it's good for mountain bikes. I wouldn't say for road bikes. Gravel bikes you can do it, touring bikes probably as well. So, and now I'm continuing, and there's a swing bridge waiting for me, and I hope I make it to Emerson today, which is the end of the trail. It's late afternoon, and I followed the trail to the Canadian-US border, which is apparently that ditch. And yeah, the last little bit you see was just like an overgrown dike, and apparently there's no street here. I mean, on the map it looks like the trail leads parallel to the border on a path or something, but there is none. So now I have to go back 500 meters on this dike and follow the next parallel street, and then yeah, hopefully I arrive at Emerson tonight. Yeah, it's full of surprises, the trail, and I think I have to take back that the trail, the Crowing Trail, is suitable for trail and trekking bikes. It's not. So there are a few stretches where you literally have to push your bike, and the swing bridge I mentioned in last video is super narrow and has some stairs, so I only could manage that with the help of some local tourists. But it's still interesting to ride the trail and to ride on a heritage path. But yeah, be advised that there are definitely some obstacles, and probably it's best to do it on a mountain bike. Very quiet here in the Spruce Woods National Park or Provincial Park. No cars, you don't hear anything. Yeah, so I'm glad that I did this big detour through the south of Manitoba. It's surprisingly hilly here, and if anyone says again Manitoba is just prairies, I will tell them, well, you should go to South Manitoba, there are quite some hills. So we have the Pembina Hills, the Pembina Escarpment, and yeah, this national park here. There are even some sand dunes and some very rare lizards living here. I mean, the sand dunes are not living here, but they are here, of course. Yeah, so the detour through South Manitoba brought me through some villages of German origin. So I was really surprised that people all of a sudden spoke German. And the names already told me, yeah, it was founded by Germans or German Mennonites or something. But yeah, even younger people, like recently moved from Germany to here, are living there, and it was fun to talk with them and eat German cheesecake, and yeah, it was very nice. And on the way to Winkler, which is one of those German towns, a guy pulled over and he said, yeah, he's doing road cycling down here. And he handed me $20 and said, here, do something with it. He prayed for me. It was also an interesting experience. And one more thing happened here today. Actually, my rear rack broke, so directly at the mount. And yeah, it held a little bit, but probably all the way to Regina, the next biggest town, would have been a problem. So I went to the small little village called Cypress River, and I wanted to ask in a grocery store. But before I could enter, some guys parked their car and wanted to go inside too. So I asked them first if they know some welders maybe. And surprise, surprise, they were welders. So like, how high are the chances, you know? How likely is it that in a small little village the first people you ask are exactly the people you need? So they showed me where the workshop is, and I came to them, and their boss looked at my rack and he fixed it, and it looks awesome now, and hopefully it holds pretty good now. And yeah, I'm very surprised and happy about this friendliness here in Manitoba. I mean, it's written on their number plate, right? Friendly Manitoba, it's their slogan. So the people are really friendly and helpful. So I'm really happy that I have done this detour and meet this crazy, I would say, this amazing people. So yeah, I'm continuing a little bit, and let's see where I can sleep tonight, and because it's already a little bit late. I just arrived in Riding Mountain National Park in Wasagaming. It's a small little village, or Clear Lake, and there's a pretty cool statue of an elk or moose made out of moss and plants. Yeah, I decided to leave the Great Trail, which was this Rossbourne subdivision trail, an old abandoned railroad, and it got better after a while. I was very frustrated in the beginning when I left Nipawa, because it was like knee or hip high grass and rabbit holes and broken bridges. It was horrible, but it got better later, so I switched again on the trail, because the trail like crossed some dirt roads, which I took after the first section. And yeah, so I decided to leave the trail in Erickson, because a few locals and also my host in Winnipeg told me that Riding Mountain and the ride to Dauphin is one of the most scenic rides in the whole province. So yeah, I will do that today, and there are some nice views. I was here in this little village yesterday already on my so-called day off, but still I rode 70 kilometers and I hiked whatever, like 14 kilometers, so it was a little bit too much, but yeah, at least I rode without my luggage. So now I'm here with my luggage and I'm just passing through, and yeah, we'll see. I might have a host tonight in Dauphin, that's cool. Also like a friend of one acquaintance I met on the campground in Erickson. So everything, all the puzzle pieces fit together like a big jigsaw puzzle, and it's pretty cool. And yep, that's it.